150 years ago, the galaxy was a thriving ecosystem of 127 intelligent species. Each species was unique, contributing to the rich tapestry of galactic culture. Some were slender and agile, others were immense and ponderous, while a few were truly alien in appearance, with many limbs or fearsome visages. These diverse beings participated in a vibrant galactic society, each bringing their own customs, knowledge, and voices to the shared universe. However, over time, this diversity dwindled. Today, only 56 species remain above critical endangerment levels. Among those surviving species, there is one that stands apart: humans. They became the most feared of all. An animal, humans were the last species to join the galactic community before the catastrophic events known as the Calamity. From the very beginning, they were shrouded in mystery, revealing little about their origins or their past. This behavior was not entirely unusual. Many species felt overwhelmed upon encountering the vastness of the galaxy and often turned inward to process their new place in the universe. Self-centered, respecting their privacy, the galactic community chose not to pry into humanity's secrets. What was clear, however, was that humans were an advanced stellar civilization, having developed their society in a relatively isolated and unpopulated region of the galaxy. When they finally stepped onto the galactic stage, they expanded rapidly. In less than a decade, humans became a common sight on nearly every planet, their incredible adaptability allowing them to integrate seamlessly into countless environments and societies. They quickly gained favor as explorers, diplomats, and traders. Humans excelled in diverse roles, whether mining rare resources on Celis Ivy, leading corporate ventures on Prim, or navigating the iridescent caves of Galoria. Their charisma and ingenuity made them valuable allies. Even species known for their militaristic tendencies, such as the Drum and Liligar, found themselves impressed by humanity's resilience and martial prowess. Despite their widespread presence and achievements, humans remained tight-lipped about their history. When pressed, they offered only vague references to the unification of their fractured species under the Human Federation, a government formed from a patchwork of smaller nations. Eventually, the galactic community stopped asking questions, accepting humanity's reticence as part of their enigmatic nature. 48 years after humanity's integration into the galaxy, an unprecedented threat emerged. From a region long deemed inaccessible due to dense nebulae and chaotic electromagnetic fields, the Groks appeared. For over 1,000 years, the galaxy had enjoyed peace. Militaries had shrunk to ceremonial forces, and warfare had become a relic of the past. This prolonged tranquility left the galaxy ill-prepared for an invasion. By the time the Groks launched their first major assault, 2 years had passed, and a staggering 30% of the galaxy had fallen under their control. Humanity's role in the conflict was immediate and widespread. They filled every conceivable position: combat medics tending to the wounded, engineers repairing vital systems, admirals leading fleets into battle. Their presence was indispensable. Yet, as the decades dragged on, the strain of prolonged warfare became evident. Economies faltered, ancient empires teetered on collapse, and morale dwindled. After nearly 50 years of relentless fighting, a pivotal moment occurred. A human diplomat named Charisma Torin addressed the Galactic Council with a bold proposition: humanity should take over the strategic leadership of the war. Some people said this was too stupid to be true. But like many other things, it turned out to be true. The suggestion was met with skepticism and resistance. Many council members doubted humanity's capability to manage a galaxy-wide conflict, particularly given the immense losses they had already suffered. Others questioned their motives, fearing that humans sought to exploit the crisis for their own gain. Weeks of heated debate ensued. Chariots, however, remained steadfast, insisting that humanity's unique experience and determination made them the best candidates for leadership. When the council's indecision persisted, Chera's tone shifted from persuasion to demand. She declared that humanity was no longer requesting leadership, but asserting it as a necessity. Backed by human military leaders and their allies, Chera's forced the council's hand. Reluctantly, they agreed to transfer control of the war effort to humanity. The results were swift and dramatic. Within a week, human fleets recaptured a sector that had been lost for months. Their strategies were bold, even reckless, deploying overwhelming firepower with little regard for traditional caution. Missiles streaked through space, nuclear detonations illuminated the void, and Grok fleets crumbled under the relentless assault. What humanity lacked in subtlety, they compensated for with sheer effectiveness. This marked the beginning of a turning point in the war. Under human command, the Galactic forces advanced steadily. Entire sectors were reclaimed, and the Groks were pushed into retreat. Yet, as humanity's methods grew increasingly effective, they also became increasingly terrifying. Biological weapons unleashed devastating plagues that annihilated entire populations. Nanite swarms disassembled enemy ships, converting their materials into self-replicating constructs that grew into colossal planet-sized entities. When these measures proved insufficient, humans resorted to scorched earth tactics, incinerating entire planets with nuclear fire to ensure the Groks could no longer use them. The Galactic Council's patience reached its breaking point after a particularly egregious act. In the Real Vox system, a sacred site of the Lenin Church, comprising 20 beautifully terraformed garden worlds, humans deployed a weapon that collapsed the system's sun into a ravenous black hole. The destruction was absolute. For many, this act of annihilation was unforgivable. The Council condemned humanity's actions, but humanity responded with cold pragmatism. War, they declared. Victory or death. Accompanying this stark message was a comprehensive history of humanity, revealing a legacy that shocked the galaxy. After signing his name, he settled down to further his training, waiting for a year to come before continuing his training. For millennia, humanity had been shaped by conflict. War was not an anomaly in their history, but a constant. Nations battled nations, citizens rose against governments, and revolutions erupted even as invasions loomed. This relentless cycle of violence persisted as humanity expanded into space. In the 800 years leading up to their introduction to the galaxy, humans had waged 963 wars. Some overlapping, others fought simultaneously on multiple fronts. It was this unyielding familiarity with conflict that made them uniquely suited to face the Groks. True to their word, humanity brought the war to a decisive conclusion. The Groks were utterly defeated, their empire obliterated in a campaign of unrelenting genocide. Yet once victory was secured, humanity disbanded much of their military apparatus. Their horrific weapons were sealed away, destroyed, or hurled into stars and black holes. Soldiers returned to civilian life, and the galaxy breathed a collective sigh of relief. You go ahead on with the part where who choose the word. True to their word, soldiers returned to civilian life in the galaxy, pounded in the worlds, more to the point. But the memory of humanity's methods lingered, a grim reminder of the horrors they could unleash if provoked. Though humanity never directly threatened anyone, their actions spoke volumes. Their capacity for war, unparalleled and devastating, left an indelible mark on the galaxy. And while they now pursued peace, the galaxy knew that beneath their facade of normalcy lay a species forged by millennia of unending strife. Humanity's message was clear. They would defend their home and allies at any cost, no matter how high the price.